Deerling's like, I've just been lurking and listening to the saga this entire time. I'm so proud of both of you.
Suppressor. Fully smoked.
The brain cells. The brain cells. At the end of this session, I will have you all be applying a level up. You're now level 6. Moving forward.
What? But I didn't get to annoy Lemon about a level this session. No. No.
It's not about. It's not about the level.
Lemon into not giving us a level.
It's not about the level, everybody. It's about Lemon's sanity leading up to giving the level. Oh, well. Just, Emmy, we're all in danger.
I didn't even get touched. Let's go. Oh my god!
I died. Whatever.
Yeah! Where do you think you're going, bitch?
Let's go!
Hey.
Good job.
Good stuff, hey.
Switching sides.
I like you guys.
Go, go.
I will go ahead and import it as soon as I can.
Off your feet!
Gotta go.
Many enemies.
Fuck me! I forgot they had their ult. Fucking annoying. They're getting impaled from both sides of it. Got one.
Spike down A.
Yes,
Last
go, baby.
player standing. One enemy remaining.
Four down. Okay, back up if you can.
He's got a plant.
I think he went around on him. No, he's there. Turn around, turn around.
Yes! Fucking aced!
Switching sides.
Alright, I'm clipping that.
See? Because it keeps skipping over me.
No! No! Bad! No! Oh my god! Norden died with me, but... Stop spitting at me! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, that's a lot of stuff! Oh! 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 Oh, what is that? What is all this? Look at the street! It's just littered! Oh! What is that? Oh, it's a snake! Oh! There's more! I just keep teleporting! Yo, I need to heal. Y'all actually almost got me on that. That scared the piss out of me. Why is there an elk that's like, hey, I'm gonna eat you? Because I will die.
Did someone just spawn like chaos on you?
Yes!
Did you get spammed?
Watch the stream if you can.
Oh goodness, Lemon.
More people really need to like spend those bits to use that chaos creator. I mean, look at this entertainment.
Lemon?
It won't stop.
Lemon.
I love the abuse. I love the abuse. I enjoy the abuse. Yes, abuse me more. Hit me harder, daddy. And that the nav. I tried to warn you.
Ooh, you're getting close. You're hiding pretty well, I see.
I was distracted by his weird voice.
Oh, disconnected. Womp. Womp. Freaking womp. Oh, that sucks.
Oh my god! Hell.
All right, let's see if we can sit on me now.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Let's see. I cannot.
You can
Hey,
sit in
Lemon,
me.
I'm inside you. I feel Lemon.
Fulfilled. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Treble. I got you. I got you. Yeah. Ericon. Hey. Hey. You want to see my beavers? Okay, I'll show you my beaver. Come check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I've got beaver. Huh? Just harpoon me. I'm gonna cannon over. It's stupid. A little more left. Like go.
Yep.
Actually.
Nope.
Booyah! Perfect shot. Ugh! Oh! No! Oh no!
No. What did you do? It's everywhere. You ruined a perfectly good snack.
You claimed victory over the squirrel. So you're not sure why you were fighting to begin with.
Is there something that is concerning to you?
Wow.
I'm afraid I do not speak feline.
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 Oh my god.
I have noted a deviation in your intonation. I'm sorry, but I do not speak feline.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
And then Bagel would turn around and walk away.
Alright. Uh-oh. Yes, let's go, Treble!
I tried.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Hey, hi, how's it going? Let me just go ahead and bring this up to, no, not there. It's gonna be there. Yeah, hi. We're just vibing for a few minutes. We were chatting while blah, 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 and I figured I'd just go live. We're all ready and everything, so. Let's see. What are we talking about? Hoping everyone
Wonderful. A new child soldier, subscriber.
Love you, Travel. 27 months.
Love you, Lemon.
What? Oh, moi? Oh, well, I love you too. And abuse. I'm just abuse. I love the abuse. That's what I'm here for. Clearly. Oh, thank you for the head pads. Okay, so let's see. Before I lose the text to the infinite scrolling that is the small throw in the chat, give me a moment here. Let me scroll up so I can read it. Let's see. Lemon! Let's see. Robin! Well, welcome in, everybody. Let's see. I'm still sick day 7. That's no good. Going under the weather too. I have the stomach flu that keeps that's going around while having a cold. Everyone heals well. Watch it be COVID again. I don't know what I have. Thanks, I've been shivering and have a headache. Yeah, those are flu symptoms, but those are also like just, I guess, like more heavy cold symptoms than anything. If you start like having trouble breathing, if your muscles start to ache, that's COVID. Like that's heavy flu. Let's see. I'm coughing to the point it activates my gag reflex. Bro, what? No, thank you. Let's see. I'm not going to be able to stay for very long, but this will queue up to be watched tomorrow if I have to drop off. Okay. It's like flu if you can stomach it. French onion soup and a hot toddy. What is a toddy? Well, I don't know what a toddy is. Except that dairy doesn't help illness, adds more phlegm. That's true. When I got my tonsils out, they said, do not eat ice cream. That is a false narrative. Do not eat ice cream. It coats the back of your throat and it makes it harder for you to heal. Was it, like tea, warm water, no dairy. What was the other thing? Oh, Jello. Jello was my best friend while I got those out. Anyway, besides the point. Let's see. Let's see. If you're having trouble with mucus, yes, but it does provide a good slime coat to keep the throat protected. Yes and no. If you already got an issue with the phlegm, don't add to it. But if your throat's like itchy, like scratchy and dry and that, like, okay, maybe a little bit of dairy wouldn't really hurt that bad. But if it's a phlegm issue you've already got, don't add to it. Let's see, being sick sucks. Rather have second-degree burn. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know about that. Depends on how much the second-degree burn's covering. I have asthma, that's why. Oh, yeah, for you, that would probably make being sick a lot worse. Hot toddy is whiskey, hot water, and lemon juice. Nice. I like that. That sounds like a pretty good, I don't know, what do you call that? Remedy. It sounds like a pretty good remedy. I like that. Does anybody have, totally off topic. I'm gonna actually end Devin so the rest of them can hear me. Hold on.
I don't think that's English.
No, but it'll catch on. So, question. Does anybody have like an old, like iPhone 10, any like 10 or newer, anything that's like old, unused, or like a iPad? I think it's like a Pro. I don't know. I don't use Apple products. I just know that I need something with Face ID for my avatar, and finding things that are both affordable and not a scam are actually kind of hard.
You'd be surprised how hard it is to combine affordable and not a scam into the same sentence.
Affordable and not a scam. Yeah, for real. We're talking like back in the days of Craigslist, you would be hard pressed to find a lot of scams. Today, if you go on Marketplace, like 1 in 3 are scams, at least. What was that? I had a guy I found who was like, yeah, an iPhone 11, it's got a cracked screen, but it works just fine, $50. I'm like, cool. This doesn't really say anything about like, oh, blah, 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 coming to the store, things like that. It even mentions like, yeah, it can be shipped for an extra fee. I'm like, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, like I could work with that. Shoot, let's go. I DM the guy and he responds with an ad. Like his listing seemed like, oh, he's just some, person selling it from their doorstep, like most of us are. And then bait and switched me by sending me an ad in my DM for stop by the store, get 50% down payment onto a new phone. I'm like, eat all of the dicks. False advertising at its finest. Go die. I hate it. It's just wasting my time. I found like 8 of those. I haven't found a single person to reply to any of my DMs for under $100 for a used old iPhone. I mean, I'm not even looking for cream of the crop here. Like broken is fine as long as it works. Just something. I'm not looking to spend a ton of money on this because it's just for a camera because of the stupid Face ID. Why doesn't technology advance properly where it's like Android is one generation ahead of Apple pretty much all the time, except for this. The camera. Drives me nuts. Just send me a message because I will forget. All right, Robin. Let's see. You on Discord? All right. So, D&D. We should probably talk about D&D. So, yeah, I mean, you know, keep your feelers out too. If you find an iPhone, anything like 10 or newer, or an iPad Pro, used, under $100, I'm all ears. But yeah, so last session, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out. There we go. Last session, y'all left off splitting the party. Riss went and completed the Blood of the Titan and or it was Blood of the Dragon and then Blood of the Titan. Took care of both of those and got his reward, his fetch quest essentially, and is racing to try to find you guys because you weren't at the Demon Zapper when he got there. So he's going back across the map, riding Angel with his, oh, thank you for the head pads bearing. Riding Angel with Vex, his new found companion, who we're not going to worry about that crew for the most part tonight. If you guys meet up, great. I'm not really expecting it, and Vex is also not here today because of work. So, that being said, I had it up and I had to scroll down because I had to find new things. Oh, what was it? Maw. She's Maw. So you had been traveling along the River of Styx with the River of Styx on your left, when suddenly it stopped being on your left and now it's on your right. What was it? Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey nonsense of Avernus. Yeah. So that was how the dice rolled for you guys when you were navigating Avernus, but it ended up working out a little bit, at least to some degree, because you have some objectives that are very close by, and there seemed to be a lot of traffic across the River of Styx near the volcano, to which you would already have been told a couple of different times that the volcano in Avernus is the location of Bell's Forge. A place you have not yet visited, but have heard a little bit about. Let's see. But then you detoured from your excursion over to Kostachi's Maw to complete Olanthius's request of freeing a pit fiend. I think it was a pit fiend. Where's it at? Kostachi's Maw. Demon Lord, sorry, not Pit Fiend, Demon Lord. Same level, different planes of existence. One's from hell, one's from the abyss. All right, Robin. Yeah, just you know, what was it? We'll chat. I got you in there. Let's see, Archon I've been working on. All right, so let's see, Kostachi's Maw. We had you leave off last session where you arrived at the outskirts of the Maw. The Maw is a ravine, which in the pit of the ravine houses your quarry. Let's see, Blue Slime, welcome in. Was there an ad or was that a countdown to the ad? Do not know. Let's see, yeah, no rush. Whenever, if I don't reply today, I fell asleep. Okay, I got you, Robin. So let's say Kostachi's. Okay, so you arrive at Kostachi's Maw. A dark chasm gapes between grumbling volcanoes that spew lava and smoke into the hateful sky. As you know from the description before, this is just east of Bell's Forge, the volcano I had mentioned before. The air trembles with the bellowing of some monstrous creature in the dark depths of the chasm, which you can logically infer would probably be the imprisoned demon lord Kostaji. Toss a ring into the lava. It's got to be an important ring, though. Can't just be any ring. Okay, let's see. I don't see any further description. So yeah, you guys arrive. Where? Let's see. How do you proceed? For all intents and purposes, Riss's character is not here. I just moved them, so it was easier to move them. Ignore the terrain. It's kind of jagged, but you guys can easily traverse it for the most part. Up until you try to maybe go into the ravine. If that's the case, then we'll have to go about it a little bit differently. Am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
No,
oh, okay.
Not me.
Say, what do you guys do?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna be AFK. My nose started bleeding spontaneously.
Oh, I love that.
Those are so cute, girl.
I don't know. I don't have. I don't have an idea. I need to go to the bathroom quickly.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Too excited? Too excited for what, Bearing? We've got, realistically, at this very moment, this is a totally different thought. Logica is AFK, so is Echo, Lados, Sentry, and Jalal are the only ones here. Riss is split from the party at the moment, along with Vex. Vex, who is also not here today. So there's only 3 of you at the moment. What's that?
I said I still exist, though.
You do. Listening. You're just not with the party.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to figure out, out of character, how they gonna make decisions.
Mm-hmm. Nosebleed because they got too excited. I got you.
I don't really know what's going on. I missed last time.
I didn't even remember that. So yeah, I kind of gave a breakdown. Did you?
I heard it.
Okay. I mean, you know pretty much what the rest of the party knows.
Oh, okay then.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, while you guys figure out what you want to do, I'm just reading ahead. That's not planning anything. That's just abusive.
I mean, you should have told me 5 months ago not to take AP Government.
I took government. That was a fun class.
Did you take AP Government?
No, I took AP Psych instead.
I'm gonna take AP Psych so I can better understand how to manipulate people.
I have to take AP Government.
Why?
My school makes me.
Egg and mustache?
I've never seen a school that forces you to take AP classes.
Okay. Mustache. Abusive mustache, but mustache nonetheless. Oh, you guys are abusive today. Ow! Let's see. Why do you have a small bike? I don't know. I think it's made for like small children or clowns. It's only one or the other. And they're clearly upset with me, otherwise I wouldn't be getting hit with them. I like government classes. I got to learn about stuff, and I don't know. I like being politically active. I just don't talk about it in here very much. Egg. I'm hungry, actually. Eggs sound great right now. I shouldn't be hungry because I had food not like super long ago. Maybe like 6 o'clock. Well, shit, that was 3 hours ago. No. Wow, time flies. I ate 4 hours ago. I can't believe I ate 4 hours ago and was like, yeah, I ate like an hour ago. This is why I have a redeem on my channel called Feed Me or Send Me Food or something. I can't remember what it's called right now because I'm stupid. But yeah, that's why I have that. Because I'm constantly forgetting to eat. I forgot, yes, send food. I forgot that I did that. Thank you for the head pets, Bearing. I am too, but I'm too poor for food. Yeah, well, eggs are cheap unless you know, exist. I don't know. We get eggs for free at this point from my mother, thankfully. I did not enjoy when they went up to $6 per carton. Oof. All right, I'm gonna undeafen again. What? Sorry, I am big. Wasn't ignoring y'all. I was just talking to chat because y'all are abusive. It's like half of you in here.
About war crimes.
Of course you were. It's a good thing I'm deafened. That way I'm not complicit.
It's okay, Lemon. You get to be an accessory to all of our crimes.
It's fine, but first I gotta ban Blue Slime. What was that pun? No. Stop that.
What pun?
Stop it. I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's a good thing eggs are cheap, unless of course you exist. Then he goes, I sadly do exist. I don't know, it's like it reads better than it sounds.
I'm gonna cancel you on Twitter.com. What did those eggs
canceled?
Ever do to you?
Head pets for being such a good boy. Oh, thank you. Toaster, roll for memory. Also,
roll for memory.
Where's the tab? I'm eating a sandwich.
I like how you went from I have a nosebleed to I'm eating a sandwich. Hold on.
15.
Oh, he was eating a sandwich before.
I was making a sandwich, and then I got the nosebleed halfway through the sandwich making process.
How's that iron taste?
From Diddly
From Diddly is crazy.
Oh yeah. What'd you roll for memory?
15.
Oh yeah, you good.
What would you roll for memory? What roll is that?
What am I remembering?
No, I'm not gonna actually ban you for bad puns. I just judge you openly. Your memory was, I don't know. Tyr told me to roll it, but I guess I'll just go with, yeah, you remember why you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he was AFK for the nosebleed for part of that, so I don't know. Hydrate. All right, so you were at a canyon. There's a chasm beneath you. It's about 500 feet, give or take. And there is no light. It's very dimly lit, mostly just the twilight of Avernus. But you can't see into the canyon too well. You just hear the bellowing roars of a large being down below. All right, Bering, appreciate you coming by and hanging out for a little bit. Don't give me hell, everybody. Bering's just kidding, right? You know, she's just kidding. Don't listen to her. But yeah, you have a good night, Bering.
Can I yell down the cannon and say, do you want a Snickers bar?
What are you gonna do if they say yes?
Does anyone speak giant?
Giant.
Nope.
Nope. Wait.
I speak buffet.
You speak buffet?
Yes. Buffet.
So do I. I'm proficient in that one.
Buffet.
Oh, I think we'd have that, Bering.
I just speedran that sandwich.
Nice.
How do you speedrun a sandwich?
So, who speaks
Giant.
Not giant. So I'm not hearing anyone say giant.
Yeah, no, we're all giantly illiterate.
Okay. Trying to find it here. I have it. It's somewhere.
No, it's not.
Abyssal. Who speaks Abyssal?
Me.
I do.
There's a couple of you?
Anyone else besides me and Sentry? Okay, guys. Nope.
All right. So, in character, in reply to "Do you want a Snickers bar?" You hear a bellowing roar come back at you. First, in a language you don't understand, and second, you hear it like in the same inflection, without missing a beat, repeated, but in Abyssal. Free me! Bring me my hammer!
What does your hammer look like?
And you just hear roaring persist. It sounds like this has gone on for a long time. It's actually, do me a favor, those of you present, roll me a, let's do a, not an insight, let's do a, perception.
Perception.
I have a plus.
Whoa, a 2.
Lemon, can you use my passive or no?
I'm about to roll a 19 and then be upset that it wasn't a 20.
Lemon, am I allowed to use my passive or is this active?
This would be passive. That's fine.
Okay. Can I roll anyway?
Sure.
I got a 6. If you turn the 6 up, if you turn the 6 upside down and add a 1, then it's a 19. So.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I got even better. If you flip the 6 upside down, call it a variable. There's already a 1 in front of it because variables always have an invisible 1 in front of them.
Oh, clever.
I don't
Math.
think that's necessarily true.
Oh, no, math.
It is.
I'm bad at math.
A variable
equals 1x. The 1 is just invisible because you don't need it there because you already know that there's 1x with just saying x. Bam. Math.
Well, no, it's more of a placeholder.
Well,
so anyway,
0x.
0 is a placeholder.
We're off road skip, off rail.
My bad.
Yeah. So 25 and 13 are perfectly fine. You as you're hearing the roars, you realize the ambient screaming that you have always heard while in Avernus. A part of that was faintly this roaring in the background, the din of Avernus. You just now are hearing it clear as day, being so close.
That's that's the white noise I have when I try to take a nap.
You have always heard it since you've been here. You are intimately familiar with it.
Intimately, you say?
Intimately.
The rest of y'all are just like, why does this sound familiar? You don't realize it. For those of you, out of character, it would be more like your characters don't realize where the screaming is familiar. For now, because it's loud and in your face, and it's like that's your focus. That's what you're focused on.
Echo's reaction is, so that's the noise that keeps me from getting proper sleep. This is an out loud thought that the whole party gets to hear.
But yeah, so yeah, the roaring continues. He doesn't reply whether he didn't hear you or doesn't care. He did not reply to your I think you said something to the tune of, what does your hammer look like?
I'm gonna try yelling down there one more time. I can get you your hammer, but like, I need a description. Please?
Let's see. Let's see. Roll me a Constitution saving throw really quick.
Oh. Where's button? 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Hey.
You feel an immense pressure building between your ears. It feels like your brain starts swelling for a brief moment until nothing but screaming erupts in your head as you just hear the wails go from outside physically ear piercing to now they're in your brain. And this is specifically Echo. Echo, you addressed the individual. He replies to you telepathically. Yeah, granted, this is information that I assume will not be vital, so we're just gonna go ahead and stay here for now.
Okie dokie, artichokey.
Bring me my hammer. It's the finest one you've ever seen with your two mortal eyes.
Okay. I think I got it. Hammer. Fine looking.
And you kind of you hear in repetition in the language you do not understand, and in Abyssal, for those of you who know it, the repeated phrases over and over: "Free me and bring me my hammer." And he doesn't say them all like back to back. It'll be sometimes he'll say "free me," continues wailing, "bring me my hammer," like a child throwing a temper tantrum, but it just doesn't stop.
So like a child throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, okay, like a child throwing a temper tantrum.
You didn't have to add the last part because that's just a child throwing a temper tantrum. That's like the average child throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of a Walmart when you're just trying to find a bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
This child just needs a firm spanking. That's what it is.
I go turn to the group, pointing at the thing, person, stop, whatever's down there wants a hammer. His hammer. He didn't really like describe it well, but he said it looks really, really good. Hold on. Let me check my. Echo's gonna look at a piece of really poorly scribbled on paper with the worst handwriting you'd ever see in your life. Something fighter, something mortal lot, pretty hammer. It's a really good looking hammer. And that's.
What if we give him a shiny hammer?
That's what Echo relays to the group.
That's not terribly descriptive.
Well, that's what I said, but he kind of was yelling a little loud in my brain, so I don't feel like asking for more details.
Well, ask for more details.
You do it.
You.
Given his behavior, I believe that you will not likely get any more details out of him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we just have to look for a really nice hammer that are quote unquote mortal eyes have mortal something better eyes.
That our mortal eyes have likely ever seen. That would be the logical expression to use. I've seen. Very well.
Let's see. Yeah. Sorry, Treble. I was sleeping. No, I had to go get water. My avatar looked like he was passed out for a second. So, let's see. Those of you who care, just roll me a d20 from that group. Anybody who wants to.
I'll do it.
Whoa, rolling mysterious dice. I'm in.
I love rolling d20s that may or may not have horrific consequences to them.
I rolled a 7.
I got a 10.
I was so close to that 20.
I think I also rolled a 10.
Yeah, we both got 10s. We're smack dab in the middle.
So continue on with what you guys are doing.
So, do you guys have any idea where we could hammer? That wasn't a good. That's not how sentence.
Repeat that.
Hammer?
Echo, are you trying to say to find a hammer?
Probably.
That's probably what you're trying to say, if I had to take a wild shot.
Well, anyways, have you guys seen a hammer while we've been down here? I don't quite recall hammer.
Hammer.
The ladies have said I have a hammer.
You're a pile of goop. The ladies aren't interested in you anymore.
I wasn't always a pile of goop. Shut up.
I do not know of where a hammer has been in our already completed travels. However, allow me to review the map, as the map has indeed shown some clues as to certain things that we have been looking for, either glaringly obvious or not quite so.
Sentry, check your DMs.
The guy down there does sound awfully large to be making these very, very loud and obnoxious yelling noises.
How big is the hammer?
It could be big enough hammer to be
What's
on
up,
the
Ranger?
map.
Welcome in. I see you're no longer Red Ranger,
I'm gonna
but
check
Texas
the
Ranger.
map to see if there's any feature that's been in.
Did you check for a trademark issue before you change that name?
Of great size is like, I don't know,
We're looking
partly buried in the fucking landscape, like the sword and the helmet. Or if there's some other feature that maybe looks like some sort of, I don't know, vault or something where such an item is being kept. I'm just gonna kind of scan over the map, try to locate anything.
Father, drink water,
You know.
you
Good
dehydrated
idea.
bitch.
That might help.
Sentry, did you hear me?
I don't think he.
Night Leader?
Yeah, what?
Did you hear me? I said check your DM.
Oh, that's who you were talking to.
Yeah,
Mike
there you go.
stuttered. I didn't know who you were like. telling
That's
to
why.
check their
No, that's why I asked.
Oh.
But yeah, let's continue.
I'm checking the map.
There's nothing on the map.
Is there nothing on the map?
I don't know. I'm just saying there's nothing on the map.
Yeah, I'm just kind of checking over it, seeing if I get to make a roll or if I, you know. I don't know. God damn. Hammer. Maybe someplace a hammer would be kept. If Kochi's maw, like if he's like maybe trapped there, then maybe the hammer is being held somewhere.
Like, should we try like looking in the immediate area? Maybe the hammer is obnoxiously close by. And that's thinking optimistically.
Very optimistically.
Ooh, optimistically.
Yeah. What was the purpose? This was not a place that we absolutely had to go, right?
I don't know.
We did not absolutely
don't
have to come
remember.
over here and do this whole thing.
Probably.
That's what I vaguely recall being said, that this was just that this was a thing that we had on the side.
Kostrachi. That is the name of the mall that you're at. Kostrachi's Mall.
Yeah, I know. There's no features or anything around that look like they might have a... What is that weird mountain thing just to the north? And just to the, like, north of us? The thing that looks like a... I don't know. Fuck. It's the mountain that's just to the left of the weird, tall red tower thing, directly north of Kochi's Mall.
Might be the Mirror of Elanthius, or not Elanthius. Mirror of Mephistar.
Okay. Do I see anything that obviously looks like a hammer? Because I'm also looking at kind of like a low res map. That's the one that I have. Not
Industrial
ideal.
Revolution and its consequences.
Okay, I'm not seeing a hammer. I don't recall us absolutely having to be here, but I just figured because we were in this particular neck of the woods, we could... I elect that we go back on course and go back to where we were trying to get to originally. The place we were going to meet up with Riz. Leave this guy in the crack in the earth. Because it just sounds like a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, Logico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no more sweet dreams for the next few everything.
Hmm.
I mean, we have to go over to that ferry in order to get passage across the river because we've found ourselves in very much not the right place.
What was me?
Yep.
Maybe we can talk to somebody there, maybe make an inquiry when we go, and, you know, maybe somebody there knows some kind of shit about the hammer. So, maybe. Let's, sorry.
I advise that we go to the river, procure passage across the river, and maybe then we can make an inquiry about whether or not there is some sort of hammer nearby.
I think that's a good idea. Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We shall.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make our way over to the to where we saw the ferries kind of moving across the river, and we're gonna see if there's any possibility that we can secure passage.
Yeah, that one.
You there, Lemon?
Yeah, no, listening. I was just multitasking while you guys are going through stuff. Let's see.
I don't think he's there.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
No, I see his model moving
I was
around.
muted. I was like, what do you mean? I was talking to Chad a little bit ago and forgot to unmute. I was like, what the hell do you mean? I'm right here.
Silly Billy.
All right,
I was waiting for some kind of a prompt because I'm like, I'm doing my best to fish here, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. I mean, prompts.
One day we should all gaslight Lemon into thinking he's muted.
Right.
That'd be really easy to do, but
It wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be hard at all.
I mean, with all of my metrics are showing that I have microphone sounds coming through, I'd probably figure it out, but it'd take me a minute.
nah, we just convince you that somehow on somewhere along the way, something's giving you a false positive. We just keep talking over you, pretending we don't know what you're saying.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see. You want to go back to the river, and
Yeah, we're going back to the river crossing.
Okay, and you're gonna go to the volcano crossing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Different part of the book. Let me find that. Yeah. Of course, none of this helps. All right, let's see. There we go. Found that. Where's that at? Okay. I'm looking for like specific wording. I really in a lot of ways miss D&D Beyond, and just click a button, take you to this part of the chapter. Hydrate. Good thing I got water while y'all were talking. Still can't drown me though. You can certainly try. All right. Where's that at? There's that. Well, there was a mechanic for all of this. I'm just trying to find it. All right, now we're gonna find the map. Where's the map? I have a map. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So at the top. All right, you guys make it. You guys make a U-turn. You go back to the River of Styx, and you follow the river along to the south towards quote-unquote civilization. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Keep my life easy. Ugh. Big maps are kind of a pain in the ass on this platform, but it is what it is. Why are all your characters facing the wrong way? Weird. All right, so anyway, you make it back to the River of Styx without incident. It's pretty much right down the quote-unquote road. You travel south a little bit. Kind of hard to lose your way at this point, but you've been surprised by Avernus before. Ow. I'm just gonna wait a moment here. Letting her to take his frustrations out on me? My goodness. Also, message received. I got you. Yeah, wanted to make room. We only have 10. So, let's see. Multitasking. So, okay. So you, shoot. Let me have you guys roll a perception check for the whole party.
Perception.
Oh, God. Well.
Physically incapable of rolling bad perception.
Normally, I would say that my passive perception more than makes up for bad rolls, but my passive perception has not come up very often.
Let's see. Now you guys can actually.
Right.
What?
We're rolling perception. God damn.
Yeah, perception or passive.
Big difference there for me because it's either a 22 or a 10.
Well, for me, it's either a 10 or a 4.
So, let's see. Sentry, Logica, Echo. You guys, when you start getting closer, you hear, I mean, this is a very large area. I don't actually have a model for this for the zone we're in, just because of how big the volcano is supposed to be. Not to mention they did because of that, they just don't have the volcano in Tailspire. So we're just going to kind of go theater of the mind for a few minutes till we get around or in or however we go about this. But you pull up along the north side of the volcano along the river Styx. You see barges going back and forth, albeit slowly, but successfully. Further to the south of the volcano, still within eyeshot, but within earshot, you hear a commotion, a occasional rumbling. You hear clanging. You hear shouting, guttural screams. It's a lot of commotion for simple commerce, like the distant visual would have granted, and the unassuming statement of Bell's Forge. The commotion seems to be coming from the east, like east southeast side of the volcano, and you'll see that the barges are not docked. They're a little further away to the south, but they're currently not docked. There's about a half dozen of them plying the river, and there's several on one side of the river, and most of the others are either slowly or idling in the middle.
But none are coming onto our side of the river?
Correct.
Okay.
And you before you went to the mall, they were. They were small and in the distance, but you could tell.
Okay. So now something has occurred. I'm gonna guess it has something to do with the racket, I guess. Steer toward the sound of the commotion. As not good of an idea as that is.
So, as you wrap around the south side of the volcano, you start to get a better idea of what it is that you were hearing. You're not super close just yet. Okay, you're about a mile out. Because between the forge, between the volcano and the river, there's a decent little bit of distance. But you can see very clearly the signs of battle. And you can see that there is a sort of like outpost or bulwark on the south side of the forge leading up into it. There's walls, there's battlements, and you can see that there is a force of demons and devils colliding at the base of the volcano. And let's see, the same ones who noticed the sounds before, I believe there was Sentry Echo and Lachka. You also notice that the most prominent figure amongst the demonic forces that are sieging the volcano is a large pit fiend sort of character, and they are dripping green goo. They look like they're almost gelatinous, but they are solid, but just they look like they're oozing.
Okay, do I in any way, shape, and or form recognize or have any kind of lore knowledge as to a large commanding demon who also oozes?
Sentry, and I think Echo.
What about me?
You guys would have the most. I'll say you guys would have the most information on this.
On what?
Guy from the cage with the magic handcuff.
Oh yeah, magic shackle guy.
Hmm.
He did indeed have magic shackles. I did give them to wrists.
Well, we're not talking about Shackle Guy. We're talking about the Ooze.
The Ooze?
You recognize...
Yeah. Sorry.
Actually, no. Echo, roll me a memory check.
Does Echo have dementia?
Short-term memory loss.
Trace!
You got 3?
Yeah.
You icky slime.
I reach into my bag of holding trying to find a snack and I accidentally touched the bucket of goop I have in there.
Yeah, you forgot why it's there. Sentry, you don't have the same affliction that Echo does. But yeah, you're more familiar with the green goop.
What's this goopy stuff?
And you would recognize the goop came from the pit of Shumroth, which was a task that, you know, go to point A, point B, point C. It was a fetch quest that started from the obelisk all the way to the Mirror of Mephistar, which you were the only one who took that quest. You were the only one who benefited from the boon. But you had dammed the River of Styx, which allowed the amorphous green goop to reform. And as you were leaving, you saw it taking on a large humanoid shape. And you had pieced together that these are probably related. That might have come from the ravine, the pit of Shumroth.
Echo, so you know like that one toad line from Mario Sunshine, like at the start? That's Echo's reaction to the goop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you guys never played Mario Sunshine?
Nope.
Oh.
Yep.
It's like a good game.
Just because it's a good game
Echo.
doesn't mean let's play it.
Yeah.
What do they say?
Yeah.
But goop.
Echo, I understand where you're coming from. I understand it.
Thank you.
So you're welcome.
So, and I'll give you the, you know, the block text here for the description of the volcano. A gargantuan volcano dominates the horizon. Clouds of fire and ash spew from its caldera, and the air trembles with its angry grumblings. A vast, multi-layered fortress has been hewn into the volcano's rocky slopes. Essentially what I said, but with more flowery wording.
Yay, flower.
Hey, fancy words.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Okay.
Guy, what am I supposed to do with that information?
Oh.
I'm reading. Do what you guys want to do for a minute. I'll be with you in a moment.
There's gonna be shaking Echo. I'm trying to make them remember the goop guy.
The goop guy! Remember the goop guy! There was a whole
just like
thing!
That. It was a whole quest.
It was a whole thing as the goop guy!
Shaking Echo.
All right, so the scene you see before you seems as you're slowly observing, there's not a whole lot of places to go, mind you, given the distance that you're at is fine for the moment, but you do see that there is traffic of demons, devils at the volcano, obviously, but also there seems to be a outpost directly south, and between the two there's a little bit of open land, but not a lot, as this area is actually pretty populated. With the insight perception that you had rolled so far, a few of you can kind of piece together that you know, unknown territory brings unknown allies and enemies alike. So you're not really sure of the demeanor, the disposition of anyone here, as you don't know anyone here. Any of the devils or other entities that may be here. Let's see. So as you're observing, however, after several minutes of watching this unfold, it becomes quickly apparent that the demonic forces are making no headway. There's not a lot of them, maybe a couple hundred, as opposed to the scene that you had observed before when you had left Elturel via YOLO, and you know, yeah, you guys just straight up like parachuted, hang glided off of Elturel with makeshift sails, but you made it. And below, when you had done so, you had witnessed thousands of beings clashing in an eternal conflict below, near the River Styx in the south. This is a much smaller conflict, however, sizable no less, and you do, like I said, see no progress from the demonic forces. And you, for those of you who rolled relatively high in your perception, which again, the 3 Sentry Echo Logica, you can kind of make out some of the scene, but the large figure, the more prominent one in the center of the clash, is directing more than fighting, and the forces seem to be slowly being repelled, and his actions, his gestures are becoming more frantic as the battle continues. After about 20 minutes of this, it does not take long, but after about 20 minutes of the siege, you see the demon forces break, and they pull away from the fortress along with the large fiend leading them. They tuck tail and run. The commotion after about 10 more minutes dies down. They take that path south, away from the volcano in the opposite direction that you're coming from. They are crossing the wastelands, slowly receding out of sight. After a little while, you see the barges continue their regular operation.
Well, with the resuming of normal barge activity, I guess we will just go ahead and head our way back over toward where the barges are, to the docks, wherever they are landing and then taking things across. We'll try and interface with them directly there.
Okay. So as you pull up to the docks, these are large but relatively unimpressive. They seem to just have a lot of traffic activity. Nothing grand like the fortress nearby, but function nonetheless. You make out a decent amount of devils on patrol at the docks, a couple dozen. and you see a there are a lot of lesser devils, but then you see a bone devil you're familiar with. You run into a couple of those. You see a bone devil giving direction along the docks, cracking whips, shouting this and that in Infernal.
What an Infernal.
You can't really make it out. Still not quite close, but as you pull up, do you depart the vehicle and approach?
Yeah. We'll
All right,
dismount, approach, try and find someone who looks like, I don't know, like we could talk to them about, trying to make our way across.
Okay. All right, so as you approach, the Bone Devil sees you, cracks his whip towards a few of the other lesser devils. Yipe! They bound off to do their tasks. You see him wave, just like a big come here over the shoulder sort of gesture. Behind him, and a half dozen bearded devils and a chain devil approach. As you approach them, he calls out to you in common, "Papers! Let's see your papers!"
No, not. I don't have papers.
He cocks a bony eyebrow.
Giving me traumatic flashbacks.
What?
I guess Logica takes a step forward and she just kind of addresses him.
I'm afraid I do not have any identifying papers, nor do the majority of my party. We are travelers who are here by happenstance, and we do not have official documentation. Is that required for booking passage across the river?
We should have made a fake ID.
Oh, you tourists! Oh, don't see a lot of those in these parts. Well, if you don't got papers, coin's as good as any, but it ain't gonna be cheap.
What would the cost be?
He kind of looks beyond you and kind of counts up the party. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As the little one is 2.5. What's that number after 6? 8.
7.
Got it. 8, 8, 9. It's a lot of you. It's not good as you got. How? 2? Are both of those yours? He's gesturing towards the demon grinders.
They're legal. They
are in fact
the
both
owners.
ours.
They're gifts from
gifts.
It's inheritance from the previous owners.
Sadly.
I don't care where you got them, but you got them. So that's gonna be 3 soul coins per vehicle.
We were to exchange one of the vehicles for passage. Would that be applicable?
He gives you kind of like that pondering frown, sort of, He looks over at the chain devil, who just kind of as he shrugs, you hear the sound of clinking chains. Just clink, 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 clink. He's shrugging. Well, I need to find a good mechanic to look him over to make sure the roadworthy, but you got him here, so you know what? All right. The vehicle's aside. For your party, it's 2 soul coins. And you're good to go. Leave a vehicle behind, we'll get the other one across for you.
Understood. Thank you very much.
And I turn back to our master of coin.
Me. I have
Yeah,
the collection in my bag.
Yeah, it's still you. You're
Okay.
still the soul coin keeper.
I am the soul coin keeper. I reach into the bag of holding. I'm just like Echo's struggling to find the coins. You just see Echo like elbow deep into the bag of holding, just trying to find it. And finally finds them and takes out 2 slightly goopy coins. Cause she actually dropped these into the goop bucket. And hands them over.
Thank you very much.
Takes the coins, turns back to the
goopy coins.
Yeah, the 2 goopy coins. I'll quickly do a little prestidigitation to clean them up. And
extra value.
And yeah, turn around, walk back over, and she'll hold out one hand with the 2 coins, ready to drop them into the dude's hand and be like,
I believe this is the sum total that you requested.
So he goes to take the 2 soul coins, and as he's like holding on to them, about to take them, like you're both holding onto the coins at the same time, and he goes, "But I get the pick of the vehicle."
Gasp. Dun, dun, dun.
This is acceptable.
All right, you have yourself a deal. He takes the 2 soul coins. They go look between the 2 vehicles. How much damage does your main one have? The first one?
they were actually about both equal because I spent 2 long rests working on and repairing the both of them.
What are they at now?
I don't remember. You never told me.
I need to, because Snow's got the information for the other one.
I was never told how many hit points it started at, and I was not told how many hit points it ended up at.
I know right now, I believe the majority of they're in, it was at full with 200.
Then you take damage during the fight?
Oh no, they both took damage during the fight. Yeah. Everything took damage during that fight.
I didn't know someone took over that for damage or not. I didn't. Wasn't really.
All right, so repairs. Restoring hit points. Okay. So, Logika.
Yeah.
You said you did 2 long rests, but obviously you can't spend your entire time doing actions during a long rest. However, because you're a Warforged, we'll say half. So we'll say 4 hours each. Roll me 8 dexterity checks.
8 dex check. Okay.
Correct. You can add your proficiency to it. Yeah.
Nope.
All right, so let's see. What's that hasn't included any of your proficiencies. What's your proficiency? 2, 3?
4. So that's a total of 10, 24, 24, 16, 10, 19, 17, 18.
All right. So let's see. 6 out of the 8 succeed. Roll me. And this is going to be for both of the vehicles. We're going to, because there's no notes taken on your guys' main vehicle, I was only taking notes on the damaged ones from the enemy side. That's the only reason I have those notes. I know how much damage was on it before. For the one, we'll assume that your guys' took about the same. So the, we'll say 3 and 3, roll 2d4 plus 2. And that's how many hit points each vehicle regains per roll. So roll 6 of those, 3 and 3. 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, 2d4 plus 2, so that's 6. And how many more times? I'm getting kind of lost on how many dice I'm rolling now.
Keep going, I'll tell you when to stop. So roll 2d4 several times. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, hold on.
Okay.
So let's see, that's 12, 13,
No estaba haciendo un sándwich.
19. So the first vehicle, your main one regains 19 HP out of, we'll say it was 30 missing. And the other one, one more. The second one regains 15, 16, let's see, 22.
Okay.
And you've already corrected the mishaps on them, from what I recall.
Yeah, that was the initial bit of repair that was done.
You didn't do the Devil's Ride, but you did the Demon Grinders.
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll take the one that's got less damage on it now, which is the second one that you guys had. Your primary one is, let's see, what did I say? 19 out of
30
30.
missing.
So you got 11 HP off of the main one still, but that's it. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate, Night Leader, and good night, Treble. So yeah, just take that note that the main one's 11 HP down. The Devil's Ride aside, that one wasn't included in the bargain. He'll take the second Demon Grinder.
Okay.
All right. I just tried to delete it like I could anything else. That's not going to work. All right. So you guys are granted passage across the River Styx for the cost of 2 soul coins and your other Demon Grinder. You're able to keep the Devil's Ride and your original Demon Grinder.
Cool beans.
All right. Where to now?
We're gonna take our we're gonna take a barge ride across the river. And we're gonna head back to the the agreed upon meeting place where we were going to meet back up with Riz.
Yeah. So you see, let's see. So on the barge, it's large enough to fit, it looks like it could fit probably 2 of your Demon Grinders. However, obviously traded 1, so there's plenty of room for you guys to spread out. But along the edges, you see 12 Marigons, which I believe those are demons. Let me double check.
I'm returned.
Maragon. Oh, these are the armored ones. No, these are devils. So these are, and I'll show you guys this Chucky looking bastard here. That's not unsettling or anything. Save. Blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Downloads. Random image. Browse.
Totally not Lemon quietly saving porn onto his computer during a session.
For real, for real. Where the hell is it? Did I squish it?
I don't know. Whatever it was, it just created a big old bar in the middle of the.
Father, drink water. You dehydrated.
Oh. Hi there, gigantic, white bar in the middle of the screen.
What's doing that?
No idea.
That's really
Oh,
weird.
look, a gigantic white bar in the middle of the screen.
I don't know why
It's
it's
not
doing
showing
that.
the image, but maybe the window dimensions for the image got skewed.
Maybe. I'm just gonna redo it. Maybe that'll do it. I don't know why it's doing that. Image. Image. There it goes. I don't know why it was fighting me on the other one. Well, the other one gets deleted now. Eat us, delete us.
Why
So
does it
yeah.
have a baby head?
Yeah, it's a Chucky looking thing. So these guys, there's 12 of these guys, just for, you know, imagery here. There's 12 of these guys on either side. So 6 and 6 on each side of the barge. And these ones are manning the rows. Also hydrate. Rows, oars. They are manning the oars. And there is that same Bone Devil directing, so you can kind of tell that the barges currently parked have their own staff that, you know, they get off and on the barge to pick up and drop off their cargo. So the Bone Devil was actually not the like dock hand, so to speak, but the barge lead. So the Bone Devil is directing the Marigons, and they are the ones taking you from one to the other side. You proceed across without issue. You get some weird looks, but beyond that, and weird looks from these guys, it's more of just that they're staring at you with those masks. You're not really sure what they're looking at you like. They're just staring at you. But as you get across safely, for the most part, you can proceed on to where you're going. You said towards the aforementioned meat place, which was the Demon Zapper, correct?
Yes, we were going to the Zapper.
In that case,
'Cause
no longer.
We're leaving the dude in Coochie's maw.
Alrighty.
We're gonna let him go ahead and scream, because that just sounds like a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Okay, that's not it. It's further down. So Demon Zapper's over here. You guys were over here. We'll say about here. So as you make your way back towards the Demon Zapper, Riss, you, through intermittent, very not restful naps, and Vex desperately trying to navigate, but, you know, Angel's doing all the work anyway. But Vex desperately trying to figure out what to do as they were abruptly given the reins, as you're like, I'm going to take a nap. But yes, through very fitful sleep, not restful at all, you catch a glimpse of a lone demon grinder heading opposite you. At this point, you catch them as they're going pretty much right underneath you. to those with a high passive perception, I think that's Echo and Logica. At the very least, you will.
We are noticing Angel flying above us, going back the way we just came from.
Yep.
I try whistling.
When I see them, Angel would see them too, so she would immediately start diving.
Whistle.
The moment Echo whistles, Angel pulls back up. Echo gets sassed by Angel.
That tracks.
Alright.
Alright, so.
I'll fly down to them.
So, Riss, you've been traveling for several hours. The party, you guys have been traveling for several hours. Everyone at this point is getting rather tired. It is that time.
Oh, yeah. Riss is about to set up camp. He has found them, so we're gonna rest.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay.
Rest is good.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys make camp here, and let's see. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna have you guys roll for your travel exhaustion, but you're exhausted, just period. At this point, everybody would have just automatically received one because it's been so long since your last rest. But the night, the quote-unquote night, the sleep that your party obtains, not super great. There's been a lot of commotion in Avernus in the last 24 hours. Egg, what's up, Lost? How you doing, bud? There's been a lot of commotion. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Whoops. There's been a lot of commotion in the last 24 hours, and the rest that you guys get is not super great, but it does alleviate your exhaustion for the most part. I simply need to stop being abused for one. Rude. Yeah, snap. It's so rude. Stop it, Chelsea.
No. Punishment.
No. Punishment.
And I had 700 points. What else am I going to use them for?
This is just
real.
abuse because, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just reason. All right. So, Logica. I'm gonna have somebody roll for Vex because every time I have this roll, Vex is not here, and they've been avoiding it because I'm forgetful. So we're not gonna let Vex avoid it while they're not here. But I'm gonna rely on you guys to keep this for next session when they are here, and you can say, hey, a thing did or did not happen. So anyway, so Logica, Vex, and I believe it's Lados. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save throw?
Correct.
14.
25.
And somebody roll me one for Vex. If it's low, I'll have to look at what their stats are.
All right, I can do
Rolling a what?
Rolling a wisdom save for Vex.
10.
Vex has a +4 to wisdom saves.
Okay.
So it's 14.
And I have to roll one as well.
So 14 for Vex on that one.
Okay. And let's
I'm gonna
see.
borrow some points from the pool.
It's doing the thing, Lemon.
I'm gonna borrow 6 points from the pool.
DM Miras. You're borrowing 6 points from the pool for your roll?
Yeah, to make it a dirty 20.
Okay. Head pat, thank you for the head patch, Bearing. I thought you were going to bed. Or something.
Hello, it's been a while.
Roll modifier tags. How many 6 points?
6.
And to clock
bring
off and
us
go
down to-
grocery. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Let's see. You always start stream while I'm at work. Oh, I got you. All right. Let's see. Gotta pull up the other thing I have. Jalal, roll me a d20.
Yeah. Seven.
Okay. Let's see. Head pats for good sales at grocery stores. We're 4 hours behind the East Coast. 4? I thought it was only. Wait, you're on the West Coast. That just means you're 3.
There is the next couple of time zones over if they're in like Alaska or the farthest like coastal edge.
You're in
of,
Alaska?
of
I thought
South
you were in
America.
Cali. Jeez, okay.
Someone from Alaska. I knew an Alaska.
That's a pretty big difference right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
I had a friend that lived in Alaska. He talked
Well,
about
where
seeing
are
a
you,
bear
Barry?
once, and that being the highlight of his year.
I just need to know now.
Could there be a clue in the name? Bering Star? The Bering Strait? Perhaps.
I know what the Bering Strait is. I learned about this in history. What's the Bering Strait?
No, that's your homework for the evening.
No, my homework.
Okay, so you are in Alaska.
What's my homework?
Gaslighting me up in here. Like, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. All right, so
I could always have said Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Okay, and then let's see. Rish, your first one was a 24.
Okay.
Very smart you are, and I get the head patch. Oh, thank you for the head patch. I'm so smart. All right. Close that. Don't need that.
And then I throw a whole ass bear at your head.
Yeah, because Alaska. No, that's what happened, right? That tracks.
I suppose, yeah.
All right, I think I'm all caught up here. So, you guys are rested. Where to now?
Are you ready to go?
I'm just putting this up so it doesn't go stale.
Cool.
Unless we need to go. Because I heard your grandma said she did.
Yeah, she did. And she said not to stay up for too much longer and lock the door when I come back, but leave it unlocked whenever.
Wait, Lost, are you also in Alaska? Thought you were more East Coast.
Could be Canada.
Yeah. That's fantastic, Barry. Nobody told me there were dangers when I moved up here. My dumbass started my dumbass was petting a cow moose within a week. You know, you mentioning the cow part, that reminded me of Sierra Mist on TikTok, who went hunting with her significant other, and they got cow tags, and they're in a field. She sees a cow, shoots the cow, and told her significant other, hey, you know, I shot a cow. He comes over and goes, oh, why are you crying? Because she shot a moo cow, not a moose, not an elk, like a udder's moo cow.
A dairy cow.
Yeah. And she's like, I shot the cow, but I'm not happy about it. He goes, yeah, it's because it's not what I was talking about. I was talking about an elk. They're called cows. And she goes, oh no.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's an expensive mistake.
That is an expensive mistake. Cows are very not cheap. The people who it was like friends of the family, I guess. Long story short, they tried saying, oh, you owe us like $100,000+. Like, oh, you owe us for the cow, the time it took to, you know, and the cost it took to grow them, and, you know, all of their lost profits. But they're like, and then now you also have to factor in the ones they could have sired, and it's like, whoa, slow down. That's too much. That's you're really reaching now.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of what if territory.
Yeah, like I would just be like, okay, well, replace the cow if you can like buy a cow similar to that one. Okay, problem solved. Right? Like, wouldn't that solve the problem?
Well, the other thing is, cows, over the long run, they can earn quite a bit of money, but it's not as expensive to buy a cow.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, instead of just monetarily paying that farmer back for all of the lost future profits and all of the lost future cows that it could have sired, birthed, whatever you want to call it, is not a fair representation. You could just buy another cow. It's not easy, of course, but you could. And they ain't cheap, but it's cheaper than whatever that guy was going to ask her for. So it's just like,
well, I mean,
at
auction, the average cow goes for about $600.
That's a lot of steaks I can buy for $600.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
like a dairy cow.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not at all what I was thinking they cost. I thought they'd be like, you know, for dairy and like for that purpose, production wise, I'll get back on the game here in a moment. I'm sorry. I thought they'd be like $5,000. I know for meat they're not that expensive.
I had to go to auctions for cows.
It can depend on the breed of cow. Certain ones will also
cow
run
chat with Levin.
Not. Yeah, there are some that will run, you know, like $600. There are some who will run easily over $1,500. There are some though that will cost you about the same as like a car.
But yeah, the dude tried saying you owe me like over $100,000. I was just like, no.
Yeah, no, that doesn't.
Yeah,
that doesn't fly.
Yeah, no, it was an expensive mistake, but that's. I'm sorry. I'm not taking out a mortgage for a single cow.
Yeah.
No thanks. Anyway, so back to the game. I don't know how we got on this. I think it was the Alaska topic, something. Oh, you mentioned cow moose with
time zones. Yeah, we were talking about time zones.
I derailed like an absolute goober. That's my bad. So.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, what do you guys want to do? You're rested. You're not exhausted. You're good to go. What's up?
Oh, we're not exhausted anymore?
No. You got arrested.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and explain. Oh,
hold on.
What?
I did forget this. Riss. Let's see. Shoot, I need to find the part where that was a thing. I don't like not being able to click on things. I have to do a control F and find the text. I'm looking for one thing, and it is 75 options to sift through until I find where I'm going with it. Ow! Stab it.
Are we throwing more things at?
No, we're not. What's up, zombies? Welcome in. Oh, I've been forgetting to do the things. Hold on. I got a few of these queued up really quick. So, because zombies reminded me for whatever stupid reason. Zombies, you get one. Let's see. Chelsea, you get one.
I know.
Shh,
Hey,
just accept it. Shh.
Oh God, someone playing Prop Hunt. I've always wanted to play Prop Hunt, or I've
that's
always wanted
wonderful.
to play a game like Prop Hunt. Damn it.
You killed a friend of mine.
Thank you so much. Oh God, Minecraft. That clip is from so long ago. I haven't played Minecraft in forever. A frog brain broke a little bit.
Frog brain broke. They're not here anymore, but I'll shout them out either way.
Mainly Draco.
Those are my mods. They're wonderful people.
He always pulls up really old clips or like not so good stuff.
I like how he's talking about old clips in a clip. And it's probably an old clip. Old clipception. Oh, hey, Nerdy. I thought you went to bed with Treble. Because Treble went to bed. Or said goodbye. I'm assuming that she went to bed. She wasn't feeling well, though.
The Slobber Chops model got left behind.
Oh, okay. I'll get it in a minute.
I got it. Oh, that's
Okay.
the wrong button.
Are you walking it up?
No. Hoocha!
I don't know what hacha means.
It means I did it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool, good job. Let's see. Corgi bike. I wasn't even paying attention to that at that point. Let's see. We should do prop hunt on Wednesdays. I'd be okay with that. It depends on if people have the game. I don't know how you play that. Is it just its own game? I don't know anything about it. Let's see. Take out. They take out extra mortgages. Oh yeah. That's a horse barn that I'm thinking of. I'm all caught up. So, there we go.
Yeah, it's originally a Gary's mod thing, but but a bunch of other games kind of sprung up in the wake of its Prop Hunt's popularity as a game mode. So now there are like games that are exclusively Prop Hunt related, and there are also some like popular games that have a Prop Hunt mode in them now. I believe even Fortnite has a Prop Hunter mode.
Yeah, creative mode.
It does.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, where are we going? Gary's mod got it.
Going to the Demon Zapper.
We're going into the Zapper.
Rich,
I don't
here?
think into the Zapper. I think we're going to it.
I think I heard something going on in the background for Riz. I don't know if he's here anymore.
Oh no, I'm letting the party decide.
Oh, okay.
not usual for me, but I'll give him a chance.
So you said you guys are going where?
To the Demon Zapper, because I believe that's where we're heading.
Okay.
Oh, I'm definitely informing them that I've already completed our tasks over there.
Okay.
Also that I was directed to go to the forge.
Which
which we just crossed.
yeah, which at that point, yeah, at that particular juncture, at that point, Logica would have told you about the little skirmish that we were witness to at that point. So.
And you didn't fight?
Of course not. We had no vested interest in an outcome. We merely sought to cross the river, not get into a battle.
I have 2 requirements. Be smart and crush the enemy where you find them.
We had no enemies at that time. It would have been illogical to make more enemies. They weren't our enemies at that time.
If they fight for Zariel, they are our enemies.
If they're not actively fighting us, doesn't matter.
But I need to go there anyway.
Understood. Then we will backtrack together as a collective.
Okay, looks like we're turning right back around and we're heading back the way we came. We're gonna do stuff at the forge. We're going to the forge.
To the forge.
To the forge.
To the forge. Yippee.
So you guys spend several hours of travel. Not a lot, mind you, because you were intercepted by Riss partway to the Demon Zapper, so you didn't quite make it all the way there. I need to restore a image that I just closed. Whoops. There we go. No! Why are you like this? No! Stop it! There we go. I'm just trying to get it as a tab on one of my windows and it's being dumb. Let's see. Ooh, some serious dog. Yeah, it's not fun. I don't have dogs at the moment, but I am so beyond familiar. We had so many dogs growing up. Nasty ass farts. All right, so you get up back to the docks and let's do really quick. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same 3. Logica, Lados, and Vex. I'll have somebody else roll. For Vex, just say who's doing so. I need you guys to roll me a d20.
I'll go ahead and do it for Vex, so I'll just roll 2 d20s.
All right, just tell me which one's for who.
I will take the first number. Vex will be the second number.
All right.
So I get an 8, they get a 5.
12.
Okay. Let's see. All three of you apply a level of exhaustion. As traveling Avernus ain't easy. As we've already many times over discovered.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. So, yep, you get back to the docks. And on this side, you see a bearded devil with a crew of beard and spine devils. And this one calls out to you from the dock. Hey! Hey! Are you looking for passage? We got room for one more.
Apparently we are seeking passage.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'll give you a discount. You got a pretty sizable crew, but we'll do like, I don't know, like 6 soul coins. How's that sound?
You can go ahead and take me off.
Okay, then 5. Let's go.
You can also remove me from that list.
You can also remove me.
What's
And
the
my
list
friend
for?
who's passed out on the back of the horse.
Okay, so who's coming on the barge? Just like, break it down for me, will you?
Pretty sure the people, I guess anyone who's not capable of just either flying or being levitated over. So.
Damn, Hux.
Mm-hmm.
Bro comes in to say hi in the most aggressive way possible.
I would go on the barge.
It'd be you,
both the
Echo,
Warforged
me,
can levitate, I'm pretty sure. Logic
Jalal,
levitates, right?
Lulu,
Yeah, I levitate.
Baba Chops, and
Sentry also levitates. The Warforged can just levitate across.
I can't control it though. Who wants to carry Sentry like a balloon?
Well, we can go up and down with the levitate
Who wants a
spell,
Sentry
but
balloon?
yeah, basically, Angel can drag the Warforged behind them.
Better
and just
idea.
tie a rope
I have a
around
better
our
idea.
waist.
The Warforged tie to each other, levitate, and then fling each other across.
No.
It's like perpetual motion.
No, it doesn't work that way. That's not how momentum works.
That's what you think.
No.
That's what you think.
No.
You're funny, Hux. How you doing today, bud?
No, we're not doing it.
That's
Nope.
what you think.
No, we're not.
Are you more aerodynamic than a cow?
Probably not, actually. Because my big metal dress has a large amount of open space that would just basically act like a funnel. It would be like trying to throw a funnel.
Hey, Lemon, quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
How many people could I carry on Angel?
You and a passenger. If they're small, we could figure like 4, so like 2 medium, 2 small. Like saddle bike style.
Okay, I was more thinking if Riss grabbed them by their collars and dangled them off the sides.
Always with the brutal, dangerous option.
I mean, you'd have to do a series of checks for doing so, but we could do that. Warforged nunchucks.
Lulu can fly. Lulu
Who would
flies.
like to test their luck today?
I'm going
Well,
on
if
the
Lulu
barge.
can fly, then Lulu can go ahead and just like drag me via a rope, and there we go.
Slobberchops will drag Sentry with a rope. Slobberchops can also fly.
Because while levitating, we
two
technically don't
warforgeds
weigh
are-
anything.
The two warforgeds are levitating and tying themselves to the two small creatures that can fly.
Yeah, I don't know if the creatures would be able to exactly carry.
Well, we're
themselves that
levitating. We don't weigh anything
They're levitating.
anymore, right?
Yeah, they're
They
weightless.
don't have
It
to
only
carry.
needs to work
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
they just have to keep tugging. That's all that it requires. We don't actually weigh anything while being levitated. We are
Lulu can be
essentially
used
weightless.
as a flotation device in the event of an emergency.
No, Lulu is Sweet Bean. I did not know what Lulu looked like until after last session when I was like, man, okay, what is going on here? And I looked up Hollyfont, and then I was like, oh my god, this is an actual character with like a card and everything, and
Yeah.
holy shit, that's
Mhm.
so adorable. And
Yep.
it literally was like melting my brain. I was like, oh my god, yes.
I thought
I
I'd
would
shown
absolutely.
you
No,
Lulu.
I did not know. I don't remember. I have the memory. I have the memory span of like a goldfish. You might
Yeah.
have, but I literally do not remember.
Yeah,
All-
I put
all
her up
that
on
I-
stream
all-
a few times.
Yeah, all that I can say is I absolutely would sacrifice anyone in this party to preserve that little elephant.
She's a little elephant with wings. She's beautiful
Yeah,
and
little
adorable.
elephant.
Yeah, 100%. I
We
would
only
and
lose
will
every
end up
member
probably
in this
sacrificing
party
people.
that's willing to sacrifice anyone to save Lulu.
Who wouldn't?
I mean, we
Including
technically
themselves.
did.
We did.
technically did.
did.
We did.
Oh my God.
We proved it.
And unfortunately, they're not here to comment.
Yeah.
Yup.
It's like, yeah, no, we're not gonna give up Lulu. Other person offers them.
Chocolates. Oh my god.
Nadia offers up themselves, and we're just like, yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, you know, this
I mean-
tracks.
I mean, I don't have as many complaints here. But someone tries to offer up Lulu, no, I will absolutely murder you and everything that
will
you
be
have ever loved
denied.
in this whole world. You know,
So
your
we'll give
typical
Lulu
D&D
a-
party.
Right?
Latching onto a single NPC and just being like, I need this. You will not take this away from me.
Lulu is 90% of the reason Riz hasn't killed Echo yet.
Well, there we go.
What?
That would be unfortunate, but
What? Huh? What's the reason
worry
you haven't
about it.
committed
Don't
homicide?
worry about it.
apparently it's Lulu.
Lulu's still around.
No, Lulu loves me too much to let you commit homicide.
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's the point.
And you wouldn't dare do anything to harm her little heart.
Yeah,
And
but
I
if she
can
wasn't
hold
around,
this over your head forever.
if she disappeared randomly or got sacrificed,
Okay, so I've moved aside all of the characters who can fly or levitate. Sentry, Logica, Slobberchops, Lulu, Riss on Angel, Vex is also with Riss.
Oh, I have another idea. One more person who wants to not be counted as cargo and doesn't mind being carried around in the palm of my hand.
Can you carry the big kitty that is Bagel?
no, Echo.
What?
Ah.
Are
Oh.
you going to cradle me?
How do you feel about voluntary transmutation?
If you turn me into a mouse, I'm fine with it.
Okay, I turn you into a snail.
I inch ever closer to end your mortality.
Yeah, so I will turn Echo into a, I will polymorph her into a snail. And just kind of let her kind of like ooze along my arm.
Riss
While
slowly
Lulu carries me.
reach towards
Logica.
whoever my victim is.
Riss
You
looks
won't
to
know
Logica.
when. You won't know
Please let me make them change back when we get to the other side. Please let me.
My apologies. This was an error in memory processing. This was not deliberate. I shall return them as soon as we get back to the other side.
Let me do it. Let me
Gargle,
do
gargle. Snail noises.
Snail
Let me
noises.
do it.
Snail noises.
No,
Please,
I'm
I
afraid
would
I do
love
not.
to do the honors.
I'm afraid I do not trust you, Riffs.
Just when we get to the other side, put them down.
Gloop, snail,
I'll take care
gloop,
of the
gloop,
rest.
snail.
No, I will take care of it. Thank you, though.
Snail, gloop noise, gloop, snail, gloop, gloop, snail.
I'm busy tweaking things on screen. Don't make me laugh. I'm moving stuff.
Supposed to make him laugh.
Snoop,
Hey, Levin,
snail, snail
I'm
glooping.
gonna try and yoink
Goop. Gloop,
Echo.
goopy.
Okay.
That's not gonna work. If I have to, I will fucking cast big magic and fuck your world sideways. Do not do this.
I'm glooping into Logica's sleeve.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
I'm in your sleeve.
Giant African land snail. Aren't those pretty big though? Like size of your fist?
That would be like an African snail. For some odd reason, all those things over there are always freakishly huge.
I think you're thinking of Australia.
According to my friend and his chemistry project,
You'll
he
have to
could
tell me the
definitely be a
results,
giant
Jimmy.
African land snail in a 1v1.
Your sleight of hand check, even that top one, does not exceed my passive perception.
21.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
No.
21.
The minute I have Echo in my hand.
You don't. I don't let you take her though. That's the thing.
Not like
you aren't
the
sleight of
moment my
handing
fingers
her.
I'm
touch her.
slowly
The moment my fingers touch her. Oof.
No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Just because you touch her, you'd have to have her. She's still on my arm.
I'm up your sleeve.
Just give it up.
Glooped up.
Just give it up. Give it up. dude.
I will say the ethereal thing has to be a willing creature too. If I'm not mistaken. Just like the transmutation, actually, or the whatever that's called. Also, thank you for the Coda polymorph.
Well, polymorph is slightly different in that Echo can voluntarily choose to fail, as can other creatures for other purposes. You can choose to fail a save, but
I'm glooping.
David, where are you? I want to live.
Glooping,
and
vibing.
Inside this leaves.
I don't care. He's dying. One of us is dying.
I'm doing a little snail jig. I'm bobbing my eye antenna things.
Bobbing them eye stalks.
Come back!
Heck yeah.
I'm blobbing them.
And we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to give a very polite little head scritch and pat to Lulu, who will then carry us to the other side or drag us. As I
very
float like a
slowly.
gigantic golden balloon.
I am slowly glooping towards Lulu. It's very slow. By the time we make it to the other side, I finally make it to the other arm.
Head pat underneath the egg. I got egged. So that still leaves
60 feet away from them.
That still leaves two of you, Lados and Jalal, who do not have that ability to fly or otherwise. So
yeah, I guess that's for however many soul
you, Barry.
coins it'll take for them.
Don't I have the money?
How come you don't just like float across, drop him off, and then just come back and pick us up?
It would take more spell slots, but I could probably do that. Yeah.
Nah, I got it. I'll give
What
them
if, while we're being ballooned, we dangle them by ropes as well?
Angel and I will come back and grab them one at a time.
We could do that, and then we just pay for the ride.
Or I could just send Angel back to grab them both.
Either or. At the end of everything, we
What
still
about the
end up
vehicle?
having to pay for the grinder.
Yeah.
For the grinder and the rider.
So yeah, it's just gonna be the grinder.
And
Well, we still need someone to
the-
drive it
and the-
onto the barge.
Yeah, that too. So
Colonel Sanders can do that.
I don't know if I want to trust Colonel Sanders with driving. I'm sure he's an amazing driver. It's, no offense to him.
and we are surrounded by a bunch of devils. So I think it would be in our best interest to not leave our our transportation literally just completely unattended with only a demonic chicken to look after
Well,
it.
I mean, at that point, Sentry can be on the demon grinder, and Jalal can be with us on the way out with me and Angel.
Loop.
Okay.
And
So it sounds like
Rick does not remember the name of yet.
Yeah. So it looks like we have 2 people on the grinder.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 people on the grinder and
My name, what's going on?
the driver. We're just crossing the river. That's all.
So he looks at you and goes, all right, well, it's for the demon grinder. I won't charge you for the 2. I already said I'd cut you a deal. It's just the demon grinder. It'll be 3 soul coins.
Loops and monetary value.
Hey, you're a snail. How are you
We'll say that I waited to transform you until after I got the soul coins. Can we do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Retconning.
Okay, so then I don't have to send.
I personally pay. I reach in and take out 3 gloopy coins. They're goopy from the bucket of goop.
Yeah.
Not from the snail goop.
No, it's the bucket goop.
No, the green goop from the bucket inside the bag of holding.
Yes, it's that goop.
You're gooping a lot.
So
These are the last of my goopy coins.
He's got 3. You hand him the 3 goopy soul coins. He takes them and he just kind of like he gingerly grabs them, top down, barely touching them kind of style. Looks at them, looks at you, looks at them, looks at you, and goes, You been to any like green ooze ravines lately?
Probably. Tastes yummy.
And he's I don't know why I'm gesturing like you can freaking see me. He's just looking at him like, I mean, coins is coins, so you'll get your passage, but yeah, you kind of sus. But I'm not gonna lie, you kind of sus.
Logica's gonna reach up and cast prestidigitation to clean them.
Okay. Riss, what was that?
I'm goop slapping Echo.
Your goop slobbing Echo?
That sounds sexual.
That sounds like you guys need a room.
Echo don't swing that way.
Get a room too.
Start to decline.
Okay, so the prices have been paid, and now I will turn Echo into a snail and keep them somewhere much more difficult to try and access.
Okay.
Looping up your sleeve.
Yeah.
It would be
And
funny
now
if you
we
turned me
will.
into a snail while I was just going off on a rant to the devil or whatever about how yummy the goop tastes.
Yeah, mid word while you're saying that it was real taste.
No, yeah, it tastes real good. It's like kind of like Jello. Have you read Jello before? It's snail.
That's a funny image. I like that.
Oh.
That Lemon, look in D&D Pathfinder. That's what's happening.
To whom? Echo? You to Echo?
To Echo, yes.
Okay, I got you. It's a little jolt. All right, so you guys, through shenaniganry abound, make your way across the River of Styx. The toll has been paid. This one's more crowded. It has a couple of tormentors on it, so it only had room for the one demon grinder. So it's a little cramped. You guys are gonna have to stay on the demon grinder through the trip. It'll be about an hour. But all in all, you guys make it across with little issue. A couple of large bubbles popped as you were hovering above the River of Styx. You can't go too high because there's devils and demons in the sky, and they'll not take kindly to your intrusion of their airspace. So you stay low enough, but not so low as to skirt the river itself. But a couple of bubbles pop and they get a little close to you guys, a little too close for comfort.
How many devils and demons are we talking about?
Devils and essentially the sky over the River of Styx specifically is very consistently cluttered with devils and demons. We're talking, dozens at any given time, all within, about 100 yards of each other in terms of groups. The eternal conflict stretches all across the River of Styx, in the air especially, but you'll see random skirmishes like the one you saw earlier, just off of the River of Styx. So, yeah, the air is not a safe place to be near the River of Styx. I don't know. There's no bard in the party. Maybe that's why. But yeah, you guys make it safely across. No issues.
I would have been.
All right, so let's go ahead and put you guys back on the demon grinder. All right. So you're across. Where to now?
To the forge, or at least to the outpost near the forge.
All right. So with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit more theater of the mind. Let's just take 2-3 minutes. I gotta go take a leak, and then we'll be right back. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, we're not like back. We're still waiting on a couple to come back from BRB, but like, just wanted to chat here. Barry, who needs a bard? Have a half-orc barbarian tried to seduce a baker for a discount? Well, that's not the point. It's not about the success. It's about the character. Now, not every type of character wants to do seduction. We've actually had a very non-horny party for the most part, save for Echo every once in a blue moon.
Yep,
also
that's
rude.
Right.
I can't think of another character we've had in this campaign at any one given time who was a horny style character. I don't think we've had any. And then there's me playing freaking Baldur's Gate, and the only one who actually wants to bang me right now, well, two, but the only one who's like actively pursuing me is Lazelle, and I'm like, but I was rude as hell to you. I told you to shut your whore mouth, and you just were like, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep, but then you ended up banging me for it. Like, okay, I'm not mad about it, but I was still going for Karlach first, and Lazelle's just up in here like, give me some of that dick.
She's actually the option that people have for literally like the fastest like speed run to getting sex.
Weird, because she doesn't strike me like that, but here we are.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the fastest that you can end up getting sexed by a companion is if you are a Gith and you pair up with Lazelle.
That tracks. Karlach would be a good one, but she's got the engine issue.
Yeah, she's an investment, kind of like Tali from Mass Effect. You had to wait until the second game before you could pursue her, and she was like the best.
I wanted what's her face, Samara, I think was her name, the Justicar or whatever it was. I can't remember the titles.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
I liked her, but I don't think it was not easy. I don't even know if you could fully romance her. I know you could do a little bit, but I don't think you could get there.
You could.
Did you?
You had the option to kind of sort of romance her in the first game. I don't remember if you. Oh right, no, I know who you're talking about now. The much more mature lady.
Yeah.
I think she was only in the. I think she was only in the second game. I don't recall her being in the third one.
Or maybe it was only the third and not the second. But either way, it was only one game, and she was like impossible to romance.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you could fully. Romance her at all.
Yeah, because she specifically has this like condition that drains and kills people that she gets with, or was that her daughter?
I don't remember.
What's going on?
It's a hereditary thing, and her daughter had it as well.
Did y'all make it over? Yeah, they made it over the river. We're just waiting on everybody to get back at the moment. We're just chatting.
What is this conversation?
I was finding Tyler.
Bangable characters as an aside conversation from a horny comment made about bards seducing the ferryman. It was a tangent after a tangent after a tangent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love seducing people.
But what was it? In my game, I what was it? I finally got to the goblin party, and people were like, "Yeah, you can bang people at this party," and I'm like, "I didn't get to. I even reloaded my game and was like, I'm gonna choose Lazelle, who was that's the exception. Okay, great, whatever." And then Karlach, well, we can like pretend like we're close together, but she's too hot, literally. And then Shadowheart is, I can't win. None of them banged my character. I'm like, I wasn't excited about that, so I was like, I gotta play a new game and like romance them earlier on and wait to do the Goblin Camp. I was trying to get Halsin. I was in a rush to get Halsin because I thought he was more active in Act 1. Didn't realize he's an Act 2 only character.
Yeah.
So I rushed to get him and realized, well, that was a waste of time. I should have waited, done everything else, and then the goblin camp.
Yeah. Oops.
Stupid. Stupid.
Stupid.
All right. So anyway, we're across the river now. We're gonna do a tiny bit of theater of the mind, as there's no real like map for the volcano, as we've already stated before. However, you approach the volcano from what you've said before. Is that correct?
Yeah, we go back to the outpost where we saw the outpost that was just outside the forge.
Okay. The conflict zone. Got it. All right. So, we already talked about the gargantuan volcano. As you approach, there is a patrol that it moves to intercept your vehicle. This is 2 horned devils and 10 bearded devils. Approach your patrol, or on patrol, approach your caravan, and they look like they're squaring up on you. They call for you to stop, state your business.
Gestures to Riz.
I believe this is your moment to shine.
Ritz, are you here? You muted. There he is.
Riss looks at him like dumbfounded. Why do you think we'd be coming to a forge?
He just kind of gives you the look of like, okay.
We were told that the best quality weapons were made here. I was interested in having a look.
The weapons here are made for the war.
I still like to observe good quality weapons.
Not how it works. You best get gone.
Don't.
Only friends of Bell get to see the forge.
Let me check my notes for something.
Bell.
Bell.
Yes.
Is that a character that I've been around for, or?
Nope. Well, I mean, you've heard the name before from like Olanthius, or no, you weren't here for the Mirror of Mephistar. It would have just been Olanthius you'd heard it from.
I'm going to hand the letter of introduction.
Okay.
Written by Rosala.
The Horned Devil who had spoken up before you takes the letter, he snatches it out of your hand, looks it over, looks at your party, looks back at the letter, squints his eyes a little bit, and just starts grumbling to himself, wait here. And they send a spine devil, one of the flying ones, little ones. They send one of those guys back with the letter. So you are left waiting for about 10, 15 minutes, because you're still a ways out. You're a few hundred yards away from the battlements.
Riss turns to the party. Don't worry. I have it taken care of.
After a little while longer, the devil Spine Devil flies back. You see them converse for a moment, and then the Horn Devil looks at Riss and the party and gestures to the rest of his crew. They all lift their tridents and other weapons into an upright position at ease, and he parts the troop in half to let the demon grinder through and waves you on and says, "Front gate, state your business, bring the note. They'll know they know who you are. They'll be expecting you."
All right.
Hand you the note again.
I'm gonna go through. And onward we go.
Just reading. I read all this earlier. I'm just making sure I'm up on everything.
Oh my god.
All right, so you are brought in through the front gate. You arrive unmolested to the base of the volcano, and they have you depart from the demon grinder, and they also tell you to leave Angel behind.
Oh yeah.
And they
Angel
guide you
will stay
inside.
with the demon.
Okay.
She will behave. For now.
Yep. They guide you inside to the forge. Now, here is where it gets interesting, because I have a map, but not the right one, because there just isn't one. But we're gonna do this. I made it work. I found one labeled as a forge, and we're gonna use it. It's built into the side of a mountain. It's a fortress in the side of a mountain. It works. It's not ideal because it's a snow mountain, but I tinted the sky red, so it's close enough.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works. So
I'll just imagine that the snow is all lava.
Exactly. You know what's up. All right. So you're led inside and you're brought to a inner chamber, and you're guided through. There's a lot of different corridors and sections. Like, this is a whole fortress, but you're led to one specifically. And there is in the center of the room I'll give you the right description, and then I'll give you a little bit more elaborate details here. But let me go ahead and move those in the Tailspire over. I'll turn down the music a teeny bit as well. Players, summon players to board. There we go. All right, so the where's it at? All right, there it is. So as you make your way into the forge, you descend down into its depths, finding it is a long travel on foot. Many spiral staircases leading down. A wrought iron spiral staircase descends into a cavernous forge. Channels of bubbling lava wind through the complex, casting fiery light over huge anvils. Chained giants with coal black skin and fiery orange hair hammer out weapons under the malignant gaze of a pit fiend seated in a flying throne. Throughout the forge, sparks fall like rain. Let me get you an image of said pit fiend.
So I remembered I was supposed to go here, Lemon, but I don't remember why.
Okay. So this pit fiend looks like that is on screen for you guys. And you see him overseeing in that sort of pose the seated throne floating above, overseeing the four fire giants. Like they're gigantic. I'll give you an actual, like, here you go. Compared to your characters, they are massive. They're giants. But you see them hammering away on their respective anvils, utilizing the heat from the lava below. And the let's see. As the party arrives, let me go ahead and switch this over really quick. Where is it? There we go. Found it. All right, give me a moment.
Ah, yes. Welcome, travelers. I've received the notice from Rosala. It seems you've freed one of Zerial's pets. What do you seek from our humble forge?
Information?
Oh.
On the Sword of Zariel.
And with that, really quick, I gotta hydrate because Night Leader's got no chill. You and Toaster. So, he, with that, does a little gesture. You see it like a couple of swishes in the air, a little bit of lights cast from his hand, and you suddenly cannot hear anything. Suddenly, the air grows still. You still feel the intense heat, which, by the way, the heat is extreme. We're talking, like, the further down you went, the hotter it got. We're talking, it's like 130, 150 degrees in here. And for those of you who don't have fire resistance, like, spending time in here is going to take its toll. It is very, very hot. But you still feel the heat. You still feel the thunderous clang of the giants hitting the weapons upon the forges that they man. But you don't hear the, the ting of metal. You just feel the collision. You feel the air reverberating. But no clang. Everything is dead silent now. And let me make sure I applied that so those of you who are in the Tailspire actually received that. So there you go. It is dead quiet in the forge now, which a moment ago is you can easily tell that this is a spell. He's cast a form of silence. But in your minds, you hear the same voice.
It is unwise to speak so lightly of something so meaningful. Why?
She's trying to take my home. And it has caused naught but chaos.
You don't seem to understand the predicament that you've put yourselves in. Oh, little mortals. You are in the House of Bel, former archdevil of Avernus, second only to Zariel. Though, that being said, I'm intrigued by your proposition. Do you think I like being second?
No.
Speak not out loud.
I'm back. I had another nosebleed.
Speak
No,
not.
This is in Rissa's head, by the way.
Being good, Echo.
Actually, I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds. You good?
I have no idea.
He saw another cute girl.
Oh, it's a tadpole. He's got a tadpole. Kill him before he can change.
Get him.
Get him. He's got the brain parasite. All right. But yeah, I mean, I know nosebleeds are often the result, spontaneous nosebleeds. Unprompted ones are oftentimes due to climate, like temperature changes, especially going into fall, air gets dry, that kind of stuff. So maybe that's what it is, but I don't know.
I'm chugging water just in case it's dehydration.
Well, I don't know if it's dehydration, but you might want to get a humidifier. Because the blood vessels, they dry up, they crack, that causes nosebleeds. So, but yeah, you can't speak out loud, you know that, but he is very clearly indicating, shut your mouths, even when the silence is removed.
I know much of your travels. Pardon the deception, I just wanted to hear it from your own mouths. Olympius, Rosala, Red Ruth. You've made quite an impact on Avernus. I would like to see it continue. You were given a task by Olympius. He also seeks Zariel's demise? No. Replacement. I would like to see that encouraged as well. Proceed with Olympius's request. For starters, that will greatly aid you in removing Zariel as a threat. A demon lord is nothing to scoff at. No threat to Zariel, but a distraction no less. Now, I have a request of you. I will give you what you seek, though it seems you may already get that information from Olympius. We both know the location of the Bleeding Citadel. But it would behoove you to aid both of us, as all tools against Zariel are good tools. What was that?
Oh, so long as I can cut her head off.
I just realized I don't know if the voice changer changed, but that's okay.
DM.
Yeah.
Real quick, just to confirm, we were going after the demon in Coochie's maw to
Mhm.
release him as the distraction. That's what he was.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Just I'm brain fart. So now I remember what all that was for. Okay. Mm.
You got it.
Cool beans.
All right.
Starting to feel lightheaded from the blood loss.
Drink some water.
It would also help if you laid back, I would think. That way the
That's
pressure.
sometimes a bad idea. That is
Not-
sometimes a.
Not
I mean,
laid
it
down.
can equalize the pressure, but
Yeah, I was gonna say not lay down. Like if you've already got the nosebleed, don't lay down. But I'm saying like, in order to make it so that the pressure doesn't like necessarily pull and cause it to happen again, like 45
Hang yourself
degree angle.
upside down so you could get all the blood out.
no.
That's not how that works.
And don't hang your head back either, because then
Yeah.
your blood can go down.
Still
from
pools.
Pipe and
So see, why are we up in here like treating Echo like our child, treating Toaster like he's the baby?
Where?
He is the second youngest one in the group.
And Silsey and I are both up in
second
here
youngest?
geriatric style.
Yes, you are, Toaster.
Like, we're sharing our wisdom with the youth.
Thought I was older than you.
I
Yeah,
do it out
that
of
would-
genuine
yes.
concern.
That would
I
make
know.
you the second youngest, Toaster.
No, that'd make me the third because I'm also older than Night Leader because he's the youngest.
How old's Night Leader?
He's like a late October.
remove
He's still
your
15.
note.
Yeah, I'm 15 and I was born in November.
Oh, never
Problem
mind.
solved.
He's older than you.
Become
What?
Voldemort. Problem solved.
The fuck? Hold on. What?
You're the only person I've ever met who is just you. Oh my goodness, this is a
Yes, I'm
revelation.
15.
I think we've talked about this before, and it was
We have
still a
talked
shock
about this.
back then.
I am the middle child of the.
It's a
of the
shock to
religion.
many.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
hold
we
the fuck- hold the
lambs.
fucking phone. How? Wait. What is the age composition of this group? What? Am I hearing
minors.
things?
Three
Minors.
youths, and 4 adults,
Lemon's old.
Yup.
not
Old and
including me.
struggly.
5
really
including me. So 5 to
Lemon
3.
is like a year away from being a senior citizen.
For real.
Silsey's right there with me. Get out of here.
Oh well, heard it here first, folks. So Celsi is 2 years away from being. a
If I'm
senior
getting thrown into that bus, you're coming with me, Silsey.
I actually don't know if I'm older than Lemon or not.
I think
don't
you're
know.
a year older because I'm 33.
I'm 2 years older than you.
Oh.
Almost 3.
That's
No,
tragic.
Celsi's already a senior citizen, and Lemon's on
Shut
his
the
way.
I did say that I was pretty sure I was older than everybody else here, but shut the fuck up.
Snow's not far behind me though.
You're more than double my age.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I am too.
I'll be 32 in December.
Yeah, like Snow's right up there with us.
Bunch of
You
senior
got 3
citizens
years
in
until
here.
senior citizenship.
Yeah, Tyr, you're like mid-20s, aren't you? Early mid.
No comment.
He doesn't want to get bundled in here.
Riss is secretly 64.
All right.
Riss is secretly 6,000.
All right, Jalal, Kenshu, you are legitimately young enough to be any one of the 3 oldest child.
Real.
Which is not fun for me to say, but it's a realization I just had. Maybe with the, I mean, if we're just talking about adults procreating, just myself and Celsius, but god dang it, I didn't really comprehend until now just how like old, just how old I am
old.
compared to the youngins in here. This is why when Odakai and Zayak and You know, now we got Silsey, myself, Riz. Like when it transitioned, because we used to have majority youngins in here, and then it transitioned to majority adults. Do you realize how happy I was? I was so thrilled to not be like, rattle, rattle, goo goo gaga. Here's your toy. Don't eat it.
Lemon now has people who he can drag under the "you're an aging old man" bus. That's who's
Let's
really
go, geriatric crew! Woo!
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Rather than have the entire party call Lemon old, every time one member of the party calls Lemon old,
Damn,
he
kids,
drag
don't
the rest
follow.
of it down with him.
Lemon, if it makes you feel better, I've been told by multiple people in my life that I look 27.
That's not a compliment.
I was mistaken for 27.
Exactly, it's not a compliment. That's why he's trying to make you feel
mistaken
good.
for being
Hey,
in
I'll
my
take it as a compliment.
40?
I was mistaken for being in my 40s when I first started college. Someone looked at me and they were like, how old are you? And I'm like, oh, how old do you think I am? And they're like, I don't know, 48, something around there. I'm like,
late 40s is crazy.
These kids can just call me mom. Barrington, you're right up there with us, aren't you? How old are you?
The other thing
Mama.
is,
Mama.
I understand how you feel, Chelsea. My first year in college, and I went to college at 18. People thought I was in my late 30s.
Yeah, I've seen him. That tracks.
The thing is, like, a lot of people think that, like, I'm really old. Like, in my freshman year, most, like, students thought I was a senior.
sometimes people just have that look. Me, it was the way that I talked. People thought I was way, way older than I was, but oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually now oh my god, I'm the oldest person here. Fucking god.
I know we've talked about it before, but it doesn't set in until we really sit on it.
I didn't actually realize that there were people under
Oh, yeah.
20 in this group. I did not realize that. Oh my god, I want to jump off a bridge.
20?
I thought everyone in here was at least 18.
How old did I sound?
You sound like you're in your 20s at least.
Yeah, you sound like 21.
I sound like a little baby boy.
You
I
do.
don't.
Yes.
I don't know what
Yeah.
impression you got. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know what Shiraz you were grasping at.
how
but
you
yeah.
got that. I'm 6'2", have a lot of facial hair, and I have long hair.
Yeah, you're I would say, like, as a youth among your peers, I would say that's a win on the genetic lottery, but not in the long run.
Hold on to youth for as long as you can, but oh my
Facial
fucking
hair
god!
is but a dream for me. It's just but
I
a
have no
distant
youth.
dream.
I was always this way.
I was born a senior citizen.
My mom calls
Oh!
me Benjamin Button.
Yeah, we got a Benjamin Button case up in here.
I was gonna say that. No.
So we derailed this pretty quick.
Sorry.
Yes, we did.
Honestly,
sorry, Peepaw.
I live for this stuff. We just derailed it pretty fast, and now we're way off track.
What did I miss while I was bleeding, by the way?
What's that?
Are
What did I
you
miss
are you
while I was
doing better?
bleeding?
Oh,
I'm not bleeding no more.
You missed Bell casting silence on the party and speaking with you all telepathically. He was essentially letting you all know that he's been watching you. He knows your travels. He's known about your connections to Alanthius, Red Ruth, Ralzala, blah, blah, blah.
Has he seen everything?
Everything.
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 About
He looks at Echo in a little bit of disgust, but continues. Actually, no, it wouldn't be disgust. No, it wouldn't be disgust. It would be more of like a, you dog.
No,
It
he
should
would
be. It should be
looking like
with Echo's negative charisma modifier. The amount of women at once is impressive.
So, but yeah, the dialogue was, Outwardly, he is Zerial's subordinate, but he cast his
Drink
own.
water, you dehydrated fish.
Shut up! That was rude. Freaking Gizmo. Tell me how to live my life. So the dialogue went, he is Zerial's subordinate, but telepathically he spoke with you directly, putting a zone of silence around you before you could incriminate yourselves in his presence, but directly through your thoughts enlightened you to the fact that he knows about your arrangement with Olanthius to cause a distraction for Zerial by freeing Kostachi from his imprisonment. That's where you guys were earlier, and then you left. So he wants you to go back, do that, and he said you can get the information you seek from either Olanthius or him, but either way, it would behoove you.
I have shattered in the carpet and am in the process of smearing it across, ruining it forever.
Gizmo, why? And it's gonna reek horribly because it consists of orphanage children. No, that is a brand new carpet.
Yes, Gizmo, yes.
Why do I bother?
I'm
going with hardwood.
Worms. Like a dog with worms, just dragging their butt all the way around the house on brand new carpeting.
So he
Logica is gonna take a step forward, and she's going to kind of like raise a hand up to indicate that she wants to communicate with him.
Riss will step back.
You feel
pick me.
You feel his gaze rest upon you, and you can feel the mental probing, as in a connection is established.
In this little telepathic.
We have already visited Kochi over in that crevasse, and he appears to be in distress. He requests his hammer. Do you have any information as to where that hammer may be?
It's with Zerial's trophies. I wouldn't worry yourself about his hammer, but free him, as Olanthius had mentioned, and he will seek his hammer for you. 2 birds, 1 stone.
How would one free him from his situation? Is he not bound there by magic? Or some other form of restraint?
The chains that bind him grow tighter with every struggle. But if one were to influence this arrangement from outside, his curse could be lifted with ease, though none have been stupid enough to dare cross our overlord Zerial.
This sounds like fun.
He says the last part with dripping with sarcasm.
Gotcha. Okay, so the chains are. Okay, so the chains bind the
Duty
dude.
figures, no. Sorry.
The dude is down inside the big old hole in the ground. What is this about a deal?
Yep. 1 second.
You may choose to do either task at your leisure, but I desire 9 adamantine rods that were stolen from my forge by Zariel's spies. She does not trust me, rightfully so. But all the same, I want my rods returned. I will tell you where to find them. I need you to retrieve them. Once done, I will assist you in finding the Bleeding Citadel. Additionally, I have the means of crafting extraordinary equipment. I do not work for free, but I am always open to trades. If you come across any artifacts of significance, just speak the words and you will have any weapon, armor, or equipment you desire. Within reason. But anything my forge can craft, it will be yours.
Understood. Thank you. Where would we look for these adamantine rods that you seek?
You would speak to the Cybriacs in our dungeons. These are hoarders of forbidden lore. This particular one has been a good source of information. Seek it out, and you may find the answer to the location of the rods. It has not divulged it so far. However, I cannot ask it directly. You can likely infer why.
Of course. Very well. We will speak with the Cybriacs and determine the location of the rods, and we will find them for you.
I agree.
But also, what was the deal with the chains holding Coochie inside that inside the maw?
I actually have an idea about that.
Thank you for the headband bearing. I was in the middle of the roleplay, didn't want to interrupt it.
I think if we can stop him from struggling, the chains will loosen.
They tighten every single time he struggles, but I think there's some other Bell kind of sort of hinted that there was some sort of other thing going on, and I'm just wondering if he could expound on that.
Just out of character, long and short of it is, nobody's dumb enough to have tried it yet. Kostashi cannot free himself, but there's nothing stopping anyone else from doing so.
Okay.
The only thing stopping is,
good thing
Zariel.
for you guys. Good thing for you guys, you have Riss, who is very much stupid enough to try it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think this should be well enough. We'll go talk to the Cybriacs to get the information about where the rods are currently located.
Okay. One moment.
$10 or less per month.
I kind of want to finish Olanthius's task first.
We can literally do that like after we leave, because the thing with the information, the Cybriax is here inside the like forge/fortress.
forge.
So we're
Okay,
just
okay.
we're just like going downstairs to go check on somebody.
Oh no. Then yeah, let's do that first.
Yeah. So we just get the information. Once we get that information, we can maybe go talk to Belle again and be like, hey, the thing said we need to go here, so could you maybe point that out on the map or something, and we'll go and take care of it, and then we can always go and we can do the thing over at the Maw. It's literally just a little bit over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we could have all the rods pointed out on the map and have them marked, and then go pick them all up.
Yeah.
And when we leave, first thing we do is hit the Maw and push him.
I got far away from your mic again, but yeah.
Sorry, I'm on my way home.
Gotcha.
Before you depart, and before I release you, I will procure a barge for you to travel freely across the river. This will aid you in achieving your task that I have set before you, and alleviate any logistical concerns that may arise as a result. I am nothing if not a gracious host.
Thank you most kindly. We were beginning to run low on finances in the realm of soul coins with our multiple travels across the river, as well as fueling our grinder.
Well, good news is you only have one grinder to fuel now.
Yeah, only got one grinder left.
Good news, bad news, but good news, you know.
Yeah, goodness, badness.
Good news, yeah.
Plus, I still need to find the time to like sit down with my what is it called? The thing that's more like a motorcycle?
The Devil's Ride.
The rider, yeah, the ride. I still need to sit down with that and like fix that shit.
Yep. Night Leader. That sucks, dude.
And then at some point I'm gonna find some way to like change out its motor so then it doesn't actually run on soul coins, because that's extremely limiting and incredibly expensive. So
it's a moped. Can you imagine? What would be a name for an infernal moped? What would an infernal engine in a moped be? What would that name? Because we got the Devil's Ride for a motorcycle. What would the moped? A Marauder?
yeah, a big, very imposing sounding name, and then
so it's an ironic of names. Okay.
Yeah, of course. It has to be the ironic name.
I like that. That's fun.
Just drive around going.
The fearsome Marauder. or it's a one-of-a-kind thing, and there's an actual vehicle called a Marauder, or there's an actual being called a Marauder that is fearsome, and when somebody hears a Marauder or the Marauder approaches, it's somebody who's garnered a reputation fearsome as a character, but they ride a Marauder, quote unquote. So it's like a bait and switch where they're like, oh my God, a Marauder's on the way. Oh no, what are we gonna do? And then they see the moped and like, oh, it's nothing. And then proceed to die because the rider is also a Banff.
Oh God. Yeah, I could see that working.
Basket in the front with streamers on the handles. That's so great. Yes, please. So Belle removes the sphere or zone of silence on the forge. You now hear the hammering, you now hear the hissing. It is back to normal. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid out because it's late, end of session. We're about 10 minutes over. So for those of you who need to chat, 50 mirrors in the moped. Oh, for those of you who need to chat within the group, stick around for a few minutes while I raid out and chat with the new person that we're gonna go raid out to. For those of you who are chilling with us, if you have a subscription, copy and paste the whole message. If not, that's okay. Just copy and paste a little bit in the center where it says lemon raid, lemonade charge. We're gonna go make a new friend. Make sure you show them some love. You don't have to stick around too long. Just say hi, let them know we're paying attention. But we're gonna go ahead and raid on out right now, and we'll be back on Wednesday. We're actually doing a collab stream with another TikToker. We're gonna be doing some Valorant with Calming Voice on Valorant. So make sure you come check it out. It's gonna be a good time. But I love y'all. We'll see you then. Bye.